Hi sewist and aspiring sewist, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Doyen, and in this tutorial video I'm going to be taking you through the process of how to achieve this jean jacket you are seeing on your screen. So if this looks like what you're interested in, then you want to keep watching this video to the end. So just because the jacket is going to be having a dart, I decided to draft out a pattern. So I'm just going to take out 4 inches allowance here, and then I'm going to just mark that point here. So after marking the point, I'm going to be connecting the lines together just as you can see me do right here. Next, after that, I'm going to rule a margin at the top side here. Then I'm going to measure the full length of my jacket. The full length of my jacket is 20 inches. I'm just going to mark that point here. So 20 inches on different angles, just as you can see on your screen. Next, after that, I'm going to measure my half length. My half length is 16 inches. So I'm just going to mark that point here, just as you can see on your screen. Next, after that, I'm going to mark my breast point measurement. My breast point measurement is 10 inches. So I'm just going to mark that point here. So we have like 3 different points here. We have the full length line, we have the half length line, then we have the breast point line. So I'm just going to be ruling these lines across, just as you can see on your screen. Next thing here is my shoulder line measurement. My shoulder is measured as 14 inches. 14 inches divided by 2 is 7 inches. So I mark 7 inches here. The next thing to measure here is my neckline measurement. So for my neckline width, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches. So it depends on how wide you want your neckline to be, but I chose 3.5 inches for my neckline. So I'm just going to mark 3.5 inches here. Then for the depth, that's the the depth, I'm going to measure 3.5 as well, because I don't want it to be too deep. So from here to here, I'm just going to note that. And then on this other part, I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder line slope. But I realized that since I was working with a sleeveless jacket, I don't need to work with 1 inch. So I reduced it by 0.5. So I'm going to be working with 0.5 inch. So from this point towards this other point here, I'm going to connect the line like this. So we have a slopey shape around here. And from this point downward, I'm going to measure my armhole measurement. So I'm going to come down by 7.5 and mark a point there. Then rule a line across just to indicate my armhole line. This is also going to serve as my chest line. So on this part again, I'm going to measure my shoulder line, which is 7 inches, just to form a straight line around the armhole area, just as you can see on your screen. So from there, I'm going to measure the midpoint for my armhole. 7.5 divided by 2 gives us 3.75. So I'm just going to mark that point here. So this is the center point of our armhole. So from this point, I need to reduce it a bit. So I came in by 0.5 here, and then on this other part, I came out by 1 inch. So I am basically going to be connecting the lines together, just as illustrated in this video, from this point to the midpoint, then to this point. So this is what we have. So the next thing here is to label my pattern. So this is my chest line, while this is my breast point, while this is my waist, while this is the full length line. So that's that about that. So the next thing here is to mark the extension for my button allowance, and the extension for my button allowance is 1 inch, which is what you can see me measure here. So basically, I'm going to be connecting these dots together, just as you can see on your screen. So this is for the button allowance. So I'm going to extend my neckline depth here. I'm going to come down by 3.5 around this button allowance, which is what you can see me do right here. Then I'm going to rule a line across. So this is to form the depth of my neckline. Then I'm going to be connecting my curve round, just as seen in this video. So the depth for my neckline was measured as 3.5, while the width was measured as 3.5 as well. So I connected it together with my French curve, just as seen in this video, and I extended the line towards the button allowance, which is what you can see here. Then on this chest line area, I'm going to measure my bust measurement. My bust is 34 inches, divided by 4 is 8.5, so I added 1 inch to it. Then my waist is 28 inches. 28 divided by 4 is 7 inches, and I added 1 inch to it, so that makes it 8 inches. Then my hips is 32 inches. 32 divided by 4 is 8 inches. I added 1 inch to it, that makes it 9. So I'm basically going to be connecting these dots together, just as you can see on your screen. The reason why I added 1 inch to each of the measurements is just for ease. Next thing, from this point here, I'm going to come in by 1.5. So it depends on how open you want the down part of the jacket to be. So I'm going to be connecting that to the waist area. So before then, I extended the button allowance, and then I connected it like this, just as you can see on your screen. So this is what we have. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 3.5 inches. So I'm going to just mark 3.5 as my that point here, which is what you can see on your screen. So I'm going to measure, I'm going to rule a straight line towards the breast point, just as you can see on your screen, the breast point line. So from the breast point line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, which is what you can see here. Then from the midpoint of my armhole, I'm going to be connecting just as you can see. So I'm going to be connecting towards this dot under my breast point, which is what you can see me do right here. So we have our front pattern properly drafted at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut out what we have here, leaving out the dots. So instead of drafting out the back bodies again, I decided to place the front bodies on the back bodies so as to trace it out. So I'm going to be folding in the button allowance, just as you can see me do right here. Then I'm going to position it on another pattern paper, just as seen in this video. So basically, I'm going to just put a straight line at the back, just as seen in this video, because the back does not have a shape unlike the front. So after we have that secured, every other thing here is going to be the same thing. So I'm just going to just connect the line to make it straight, so we can have our margin. So this is the margin for the back bodies. So for the length, we're going to be maintaining the same measurement, which is 20 inches. So I'm just going to rule that line across, just as seen in this video. So for the body measurements, the bust, the waist, and the hip, we're going to repeat the same thing. So I'm just going to be connecting the lines together with my ruler, just as seen in this video. After that, the armhole measurement is going to be measured equally as well, also with the shoulder line measurement. The only thing that will be different will be the neckline measurement. So for the neckline measurement, we maintain the same neckline width, which is 3.5 inches, but for the neckline depth, we're going to come down by 1 inch. So I'm just going to mark that point here and use my French curve to form a curve around the neckline area, just as seen in this video. So we have our front bodies ready and the back bodies ready as well. So I'm just going to be cutting this out. Next, for the darts, I use the front pattern to cut out the back pattern for the back body. So this is it, and I'm going to just cut out the darts together, just as seen in this video. So the main fabric we're going to be working with is a jean fabric, and what I have here is about half trouser. So this is a leftover from one of our previous tutorial. So basically what we're going to be doing here is to place the pattern paper on this fabric here, but before then I'm going to just take out the fabric edges, which is what you can see me do right here, and then I'll be placing the pattern paper on the fabric. So I started with the front bodies, and for the folding allowance, I left out 1 inch for the folding allowance here, and then for every other part we're going to be leaving out an allowance of 0.5. So you can see that I left out an allowance of 0.5 around the button allowance, and then I'm going just pinning the pattern so that it doesn't shift away. So for every other part aside the folding allowance, I took out 0.5 inch, just as seen in this video. Also on the side that of the front bodies, I left out 1 inch for the folding allowance here, just as seen in this video. And then for every other part, we're going to be taking out 0.5. This 0.5 is having as the same allowance. Even on the side of the jacket, we're going to be taking out just 0.5 sewing allowance, because we don't need too much allowance there. So on this part, I'm going to extend it by 1 inch here on this top side because of the dart extension. So just in case there's going to be a reduction, we already extended it just to avoid that. So for every other thing, it will be ½ inch. So I'm just going to repeat this on the back bodies as well. So for the side dart of the back bodies, I came down by 1 inch for the folding allowance, just as seen in this video. And then for the side, we're going to be taking be leaving an allowance of 0.5 for seam allowance. And mind you, just like I said previously, I extended this part by about 1 inch just in case there's any shortage around the dart area, so it can fill in. So I'm just going to continue with the allowance of 0.5 even on the side of the jacket, just as seen in this video. Next is the other part of the back body. So we already left an allowance of 1 inch at the downside for folding, and then at the center back I left an allowance of 0.5 because there's going to be a joining at the center back. And then for every other parts we left out 0.5 for the joining allowance, which is what you can see on your screen. So I just wanted to let you see this part and not bypass it for you guys. Next, I'm going to cut out the facing for the front part of my jacket. So this is the front part, the part that has the button. So I'm just going to position this around here and then cut out this part equally for the facing. So this is what it looks like. I make sure that I cut out every other part equally, just as in this video. So from this part I'm going to measure 3 inches here just to mark a curve around the neckline area. Then on this other part I'm going to measure 3.5 just to mark out another shape here, and I'm just going to bring this down. So 3 inches around the neckline area, then 3.5 around the button allowance area. So we have this shape here. So this is going to be the facing for the front part of my jacket, just as seen in this video. Next here is the facing for the back bodies. So this is the back bodies. I'm going to take out the joining allowance, which is 0.5, and then I'm just going to cut out every other part equally, just as seen in this video. So for the length allowance, I'm going to measure 2 inches here on different angle, making a curve around here, just as seen in this video. So I'm going to cut out what we have here. So this is going to be all about the cutting process. In the next video, I'm going to be taking you through the sewing process. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you again in the next video, guys. Bye.